Okay students, so in last lecture we learned about or we just started the free body diagrams, right? Yes, and the very first contact force we started is what? Normal reactions. Okay, yes. So normal reaction, few points should remember, that is normal reaction happens due to what? The body is in what? Contact. When one body is placed or other body, they exert equal and opposite force on each other according Newton's third law. So if you putting a weight mg, then the surface will act a normal reaction. And what's most important about normal reaction, that normal reaction is always perpendicular to surface, right? So yesterday I gave some example that how you apply what? This FBD when you have to calculate normal reactions. Some blocks are in contact and you are pushing them, they are moving, we have to calculate acceleration of the system and the contact reaction between what? Surfaces of these bodies, right? Okay. So what were the steps here? Again I told you, first you have to find the acceleration of the complete system, which is what? Simply net force acting by total mass of the system. Okay. Then write what? FBD. And FBD, what you write? You cut one body, write it separately and show the external forces acting on that body. Okay. Also what we choose first bodies, what bodies we should choose the first, very first, which has what? Minimum number of what? Unknown forces or unknown things, right? Okay. So let's do some numerical example based on that, where we have to find the reaction between surfaces. Okay. Yeah. Suppose this question is given to you, problem number 1, and some masses are given to you. This is a 2 kg body, 3 kg body and say 5 kg body. 3 surfaces are given, 2 kg, 3 kg, and some force is applied. You can apply here, you can apply here, doesn't matter. So some force applied, let's say here some value 20 Newton force is applied. And question is this: find acceleration of system. You have to find acceleration and normal reaction or contact force, or they can say contact force between blocks 2 and 3 kg, 2 kg and 3 kg, and between 3 kg and what? 5 kg. Okay. There are 3 blocks, there will be 2 contact force between the blocks. There is normal reaction with ground also, that they are not asking. Okay. Yes. So they are asking what is the reaction between these two surfaces. Let's give some name. This R1 we calling between these two surfaces. Let's call it what? R2. These we have to find, and acceleration of the system also we have to find. Okay. So let's see. And when we talk about NEAT, this type of questions only they are simple questions. Okay, without friction. When we come to the friction topic, friction also can be given here. The surface may not be smooth, some friction will be given. So friction force will also come in calculations. Okay. Yeah. So right now we are doing without friction. Let's find acceleration of the system. What is acceleration of system? Formula said net force by what? Total mass, right? This is simple formula. Okay, let's write. What is net force acting? Only 20 Newton. When friction will come, friction is always an opposing force. So friction we have to reduce here. This 20 Newton minus friction here, F1, F2 and F3, some forces will be there. We will calculate that later. Okay, total mass is 2 plus 3 plus what? 5. This becomes 20 by 10. So this becomes what? 2 meter per second square. Okay. This is the acceleration of the system. Now we have to find the contact force or reaction between these blocks. So let's take FBD. So this 1 block, 2 block and 3 blocks we have. Which block will take first? So look here, at this block, this is known, only R1 is unknown, right? For this block, R1 and R2 both are unknown. This block, R2 is only unknown, right? So either you take this block and this block at starting. You should not take that block because 2 things are unknown there. Okay. We take a block which has minimum number of what? Unknown things. So you can take this block or this block at starting, your choice. Let's write FBD of 2 kg mass, right? Yes. When I write FBD, how it looks? This is your 2 kg body. One force applied here 20 Newton. Other force is what? Reaction force, always towards the body, correct? Yes. And it's accelerating in this direction with acceleration what? A. Okay, moving this direction means that force is big. So we are writing net force should be equal to Ma. Net force is equal to what? Ma. So 20 minus R1 into what? M1, whatever weight given. Okay, let's write just Ma only. Right. How we understood this? Why I am writing like 20 minus R1 is equal to Ma? Why I am not writing R1 minus 20? Because this force is big, body is moving that direction, right? Yes, that direction we call positive forces. So 20 minus R1 is equal to what? Ma. Ma is called what? Your net force. Okay. Yes. Okay. And let's calculate here 20 minus R1, mass we know 2 kg, acceleration we have found here 2. So R1 becomes what? Simply your 16 Newton. That's your contact force between these two surfaces, right? Now R2 you want to find, you have two ways. You can take ABD of this block, you can take ABD of this block. This is easier because only R2 is unknown, but this also you can take because R1 you know and R2 you have to find. You can take anyone's. Let's take ABD of, easier will be this block 5 kg. I will get answer using both block. Okay, 5 kg block you put it here, this is 5 kg, draw the forces acting, R2 force here and no other force A here, correct. So R2 is simply equal to, there is only one force, so is equal to what? Ma, or R2 will be equal to M is given 5, A we know is what? 2, so this becomes what? 10 Newton. Same answer you will get if you take ABD of this block also. Let's take this. Suppose you take ABD of, okay, 3 kg block you are talking. When you take 3 kg, let's write forces acting here. This is 3 kg. This side is R1 acting, that side R2 acting and accelerating this direction. Okay, moving this direction, so that force is big. So you write R1 minus R2 is equal to what? Ma. R1 already you have calculated here 16. R2 you have to calculate, right? Okay, so Ma, mass is given how much? 3. Okay, 3, and acceleration is given what? 2, correct. Okay, so R2 becomes 16 minus 6 means what? 10 Newton. Same answer we got here itself. That's the easier way to do because only one force is unknown, right? So you should do like that way, right? Hope you understood this. Suppose they say in this question, they say that this force is applied and this system is moving at constant velocity. The system is moving at what? Constant velocity. Or this is at rest only, even we are applying force, still suppose the system is not moving. So they say that it is moving at constant velocity, either velocity is given constant velocity, or they say it is what? At rest only. It means what? Acceleration of the system will be what? 0. So whenever writing this, first thing this directly is 0, okay, no problem. Then when you write these things, like 20 minus R1 is directly equal to 0. So R1 is simply equal to 20. Same thing here you will do, like R2 is equal to what? Ma. So R2 reaction will become what? 0, right? So watch carefully whether is accelerating or they given like constant velocity or is at rest, okay? Yeah, these conditions are given, then acceleration of the system will be what? 0. So net force is equal to always 0, okay? Let's do one more example to understand this, okay? Yes. Suppose this question is given to you, again let us say similar question, find acceleration and reaction between blocks, okay, and some picture is given, some blocks are given to you. There is one block here, let us say 5 kg block, another block here, let us say 7 kg block, another block here, say 8 kg block. Some force applied here, let's say 40, how much you want to say, let's say 16 Newton, some force applied, okay. We have to find what is the acceleration of the system and what are the reaction between these surfaces, okay. Yes, okay, let's find acceleration of the system, okay. Acceleration system will be net force by total mass. Net force again 16 Newton given, okay, 16 Newton by total mass is what? 5 plus 7 plus 8, so 60 by 20, that become 3 meter per second square, okay. Yes. Now once you find acceleration, now you have to take ABD, okay. So reaction here you can call R1 equal and opposite reaction R2, you can give any name, you can call R1 here, R2 here, does not matter, okay, right. Let us take ABD of what? 5 kg block, ABD of 5 kg block. When you take 5 kg block, let us see what is the answer. Or what you should do, pause this video for a few seconds, you try to solve this and let us check whether your answer is matching or not, right, okay. Yeah, 5 kg ABD I am writing here, 5 kg. What force are acting? Reaction force R1 here and accelerating that direction with what? Acceleration A. So only one force acting, R1 is simply equal to what? Ma. Okay, mass is what 5 kg, acceleration found what 3, so here becomes what, reaction become what 15 Newton. To find R2 you can take FBD of this body or that body, your choice. Okay, yes, suppose you take FBD of this 8 kg body, then FBD of 8 kg body, correct. Write your body here, it's 8 kg body. What are forces acting on this? On this side R2 is acting, that side is your 16 Newton is acting and accelerating in what, that direction. So 60 minus R2 is equal to what, ma. 60 minus R2, m is given 8, acceleration we have found what, 3. So this become what, 24. So R2 should be equal to what, 60 minus 24, which becomes how much? Yes, 26 or 36. 36 it should come, right, Newton. Yeah, same answer will get 36 if you take FBD of this body also. Okay, you can write FBD of this body also, and let's check whether your answer is coming same or not, right? Okay. Okay, let's do few more problems on contact reaction. Suppose this type of question is given. Blocks are placed on an incline, like this type of problem. Some inclination is there. Horizontal I told you, vertical is not possible. Okay. Vertical question will be for the strings, we will do the next topic, but like in contact it's not possible. Yes, so this type of question is possible. Suppose some angle is given here 30 degree and some blocks are placed here. This is one block, that's another block, and let's say this is 2 kg, that's what 3 kg, and some force is what applied here and we are moving upward. You can call any force, let's say 10 Newton some force is applied here, or let's say little big force, 20 Newton force is applied here. So this system is moving upward, and same question, what is the acceleration of this system and what is the contact reaction between these two blocks, right? Okay, so inclined surface is there. Okay, not big thing. Okay, so procedure will remain exactly same only. Okay, again I am saying this surface is what, smooth. Right now we are not talking about friction at all these questions will repeat again with friction in friction topic. Okay, yeah. Okay, so let's find acceleration of the system. Okay, give attention here. Yeah, 20 Newton force applied, and like horizontal surface when I talk, like when I put bodies here, suppose this force was applied and no friction, then your weight was perpendicular to here, right? Weight is acting perpendicular and body is moving horizontally. So this weight force doesn't come in calculations, but here you see, because gravity is pulling this system downwards against our force, right? Yes, so one more force will come, what, gravity force you write, and you know that gravity act what, directly straight like mg, like this one. So component of that in this direction becomes what, mg sin theta. This guy also will be what, mg sin theta. Okay, listen carefully, this mass I am calling suppose m1, that mass I am calling m2. Now how the acceleration will look, net. So acceleration is what, formula is what, F net by what, total mass, right? This is the formula. So what is net force here? The force which is helping it move upward is what, 20 Newton, and who are opposing this? The weight of these two, but not mg. The component of weight along this incline is what, mg sin theta. Okay, so m1g sin theta, this is the weight of the first block. Similarly, minus m2g sin theta by total mass is what, m1 plus m2. This is the formula, right? Whatever force applied here. Yes. Okay, suppose this force was applied like upward, like this way apply, pushing it here, then you know that all these three forces, like this force and the weight, will help to move this body faster. So all forces will be added because they are in one direction if you apply this force from upward. Okay, so let's calculate this. A comes how much, 20. Okay, m1g 3 kg given, so it become what, 30 into sin theta. Sin theta is what, sin 30 is given, so 1 by 2 minus 2 kg means what, 20 Newton, again sin theta means what, 1 by 2 by total mass what, 2 plus what, 3. So this becomes 20 minus this becomes 15, this becomes what, 10 by what, 5. So this becomes 25, correct na? Okay, I gave randomly value here, it's coming 25, correct na? Yes. So negative answer coming means minus 5 by 5 coming, right? Or is coming what, minus 1 meter per second square. What's the meaning of this negative answer? I said force we are applying upward, so I assume that the body is moving upward. but acceleration coming negative. So means their body is really moving downward. Even we applying 20 newtons, still these bodies are moving downward only, right? No? Yes. Okay, that's the meaning of that. The system is accelerating what in this direction. This is now correct direction. Okay. Yes. You got. I wrote this answer. I am saying like that. Suppose 20 newtons big force. So I said the system is moving upward, but my acceleration came as negative answer. It means what? This is moving in opposite direction. So these blocks are moving downward. Even we applying force. So this force is not sufficient to move them upward. Even we apply this force, the blocks are moving downward only. Okay, no problem. So direction we have just changed. That correct direction of motion what? Downward. Okay. Yes. Now let's write FBD. So you can take FBD of any block. You can take this also, your choice. Let's write. Okay. Should write like this way on incline only. This is your inclination. So I am writing FBD of 3 kg. Suppose I am writing. Okay. You can write that also. You should get the same answer. Okay. What force are acting? 20 Newton here. Then reaction between them, let's call that R1 name, and weight of this block also downward, m1g sin theta. This is what? 3 kg. We calling it m1. Okay, and the system is moving downward with acceleration what? A. That you have to give attention. Like I assumed before calculation, suppose I am saying they are moving upward, but my answer came negative, so you have to correct it that they are moving what? Downward. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now let's write net force should be equal to what? Ma. Okay, it's accelerating here. Suppose they say the system is at rest, then acceleration will be directly what? 0, or moving at constant velocity up and down, again acceleration will be what? 0, right? No need to calculate acceleration. Okay, net force equal to Ma. So we are moving downward. So downward forces are what? Big. And who are downward? Reaction R1 plus this component m1g sin theta, and who is opposite force? Minus 20 is equal to what? m1 into A. That's our equation. Okay. Okay, we have to find R1. Let's put all values. m1g sin theta, m1 means what? 30, sin theta means become what? 15, minus 20 is equal to Ma 3 into what? 1. I am not putting minus 1 because I corrected the direction. Okay, so I am putting 1 only, right? Yes. Suppose you don't want to correct direction, then you have to put what? Negative. Then you say that bodies are suppose moving upward itself, but that's confusing. We understood that I took initial direction upward and my answer of acceleration becomes negative, means they are moving downward. So here itself I have corrected it. Okay, moving downward. So downward forces are big. So R1 downward, mg sin theta downward, and what? 20 is what? Upward. So R1 mg sin theta. Okay. So here got R1 minus 5 is equal to what? 3. R1 becomes what? 8 Newton. Now let's verify this our answer. We should get the same answer if you take the FBD of what? This block also. Okay. Yes. So let's take FBD of what's that 2 kg block. Okay. FBD of 2 kg block I take. Okay. Yes. So let's put it on incline again. This is your 2 kg body. We calling it M2 name. What are forces acting on this? Okay. First look here. Contact reaction, that will be in this direction. What direction? Upward. This contact reaction is towards the surface, right? Now it's acting between these two blocks. This block is pushing it downward, that block is pushing it what? Upward. Okay. What other force? Weight force. Weight is what? Downward again, m2g sin theta, and acceleration also what? Downward, we know, right? Okay ji. So look here, is moving downward overall. So this force is big. What force? m2g sin theta. I am writing net force is equal to what? Again Ma. So mg sin theta is big, minus what? R1 is equal to what? m2 into what? A. Okay, mg sin theta is how much? 20. 20 and sin theta become what? 10, minus what? R1. M is what given? 2 kg. Acceleration is given what? 1. So R1 if you see 8 minus 2 becomes what? 8 Newton, which is same answer we have got already here, right? Yes. So blocks are placed on horizontal surface or an incline. Simple question only, you should not confuse. Okay, very easy to answer. You find net acceleration of the system, then write FBD of blocks which has less unknown forces, right? Okay. Okay. Apart from this, let me give discuss one more example. Okay. Yes. Like I have given example of the lift problem, lift accelerating upward, lift accelerating downward, then the apparent weight or normal reaction will change. So I am giving a similar question. This question was asked in our exam that suppose this is a rope. Okay, the rope is hanging from some ceiling. Okay, and some monkey is there, this is a monkey, this monkey is climbing on this rope, okay, monkey, yes. So this problem we call rope and monkey problem, okay, rope and monkey problem. It's a very popular problem, yes. So this monkey either is, suppose goes upward or downward, then three cases we have. First case, suppose I say if monkey goes climb, you say climb up, or he slide down, right, along this rope with constant velocity. Suppose he is not accelerating, this monkey climbing up or sliding along the rope downward with what, constant velocity, then the force exerted by this monkey on this rope will be is real weight, means mg. How much tension, they can say tension in the rope, or what is the maximum force or load that this monkey applies on this rope. So then force applied by monkey on rope will be what, simply mg, correct na? Whatever mass of the monkey into our g. He is moving up or he is moving down along this rope at constant velocity, means not accelerating. So in this case acceleration is what, 0. We are saying simply a is what, 0. Case number 1. Let us talk case number 2. Suppose this monkey is accelerating upward. If monkey accelerate upwards, and I told you always the accelerating something upward is same as what, deaccelerating what, downward, it comes same answer, right. If monkey accelerate upward, then the net force applied by the monkey on the rope will be higher, because just we have learned in lift case, remember, if lift is accelerating, then your apparent weight is increased, your apparent weight becomes what, mg plus a. Same thing will happen here. Then force applied or load, you say, by monkey on rope will be what? Suppose monkey is accelerating with a acceleration upward, then weight or force applied monkey will be m g plus a, correct? Yes, the stress in the string or rope will be increased, because the apparent weight of the monkey is increased if it is accelerating what, upward. Or opposite of this, third case, if monkey is accelerating downward, he is sliding down, right, with some acceleration what, a. If monkey slides down, lift coming down, again your apparent weight will be reduced. So in this case, force applied by monkey on rope, force applied by monkey on rope, that will be reduced, that will become now m g minus a. So these are same cases what your lift itself, right, but very very important question. So how they ask question to here? Direct question they can ask you that what is load applied, what is force applied by the monkey on the rope in these three cases, right? Or they say that the maximum stress a load or load a rope can wear, that can be given to you, and they will ask you what is the maximum acceleration this monkey can have, either again upward or downward. Means the maximum load that rope can wear is the maximum strength will be given to you, like it can bear up to what, 500 Newton. Then what is the maximum acceleration of the monkey? Means acceleration they can ask you, either they give acceleration, they can ask you what is the maximum load applied by this monkey on the rope, or the maximum load that the rope can wear before breaking, that will be given to you, w, okay. Then you have to find what is the acceleration of this monkey, right. Let me give an example like this. Okay, in this rope and monkey problem, one more case you can talk, like monkey is moving up and down with constant velocity, or is just hanging, means at rest. In that case acceleration will be 0, so the force on the rope will be simply the weight of the monkey, w is equal to what, mg. Or is accelerating upward, then weight is increased, so the force is applying on the rope is also increased, or accelerating downward, then the net force will be reduced, correct. Suppose the monkey is hanging on the rope and rope suddenly breaks. If rope breaks, like lift breaks, then the acceleration of monkey is also what, g. So in that case the force applied by monkey on the rope becomes what, 0. So for simple case what you can say, if rope breaks, right, then force applied by monkey on rope, that will be what? How much? It will be what? 0. Weight or force applied will be what? 0. Yes? Yes. Okay, let's discuss one or two example on this, numerical example, how they will ask you. Okay, suppose like this, they say that a rope can wear maximum load of say 500 Newton. Maximum load it can bear is what? 500 Newton. Correct? At what acceleration? At what acceleration a monkey can slide down? Suppose we are talking down, we can say up also. Okay, so that the rope doesn't break. Correct? Yes, this type of question will be asked in our exam. So a rope can bear maximum load of what? 500 Newton. They can say load or they can say tension, these words they can use. At what acceleration maximum, I should use a word here like maximum acceleration a monkey can slide down so that the rope doesn't break. Okay, yes. So this is your rope and here is your monkey, right, is on this rope and he is sliding down. Okay, in down case, how much the force applied by this monkey on the rope? That is to say the simply the normal reaction or the weight, apparent weight of the monkey, which becomes what? G minus A. Yes, when lift is the accelerating downward, how you write the apparent weight? M G minus A. How you wrote? Force you wrote mg downward. The force applied on this rope is upward and acceleration is what? Downward, right? 3 force you write, you get this answer. Already we have done this for lift case, same actually. Okay. Okay, this is the apparent weight of this monkey, which is simply the force applied by monkey on the rope. So this is given maximum, already given. How much given? 500 Newton. Okay, 500 Newton. Here one thing, more thing should be given. It given picture there, the mass of the monkey. What they give? M. Say 50 kg. Okay, or okay, roughly I am writing anything. 50 kg is the mass of the monkey. Monkey mass will be given to you. Okay, so this is equal to what? The maximum load it can bear, we gave 500 is the maximum apparent weight of this monkey. Mass given 50, G minus what? A. Correct? Yes. So this goes what? Here 10 time is equal to G minus what? A. A is equal to what? G minus what? 10. 10 minus 10 means 0. What is the acceleration coming here? 0. What's the meaning of this? Yes, if rope doesn't break, look, simple way, what is the mass of this monkey given? 50 kg. Suppose monkey is at rest, just hanging, then what is the weight of the monkey? 50 into 10, 500 is exactly coming to that number, right? It means if you don't want to break that rope, then monkey should not accelerate. He should just either he can move up and down at constant velocity, or he should just keep hanging only. If he is accelerating, then the rope will break. Correct? Okay. So in this case, he should be at rest. He should not accelerate. Okay. Now let's change little this question. Suppose the same question I ask you. Same, everything is given same only. Okay. What I do, I just change the let's say change the weight of the monkey. Okay, mass of the monkey I change. So same problem. That problem only we are talking. What we are changing only? Mass of the monkey we are writing different. Mass of monkey. That I am writing. Suppose I write it let's say 20 kg. Okay, this is the weight of the mass of the monkey I am writing. Now how that question will change? Again they are talking about same case only, everything is same, just I am changing the mass of the monkey, that's all. Okay, so weight will be again m g minus a, because it is accelerating downward. Okay, yes. So W already given, maximum load it can bear is what? 500, weight is given what? 20, g minus what? A. Correct? Okay, so when you divide this, you get 25 here is g minus a. So you say that a is equal to what? G minus 25. Correct? Yes. So if you see here 10 minus 25, what you got? Minus 15 meter per second square. Is that possible? No, it's not possible. Okay, suppose same question now we ask like this way. Okay, same problem, we change the mass of the monkey. Suppose mass of monkey I write as suppose 100 kg I write now. Okay, now what will happen? Same question remains exactly same, that a rope can bear maximum load of 500 Newton. What is the maximum acceleration a monkey can slide down so that rope doesn't break? In this case, what will happen? Formula will remain same, monkey is accelerating downwards, so mg minus a. Weight maximum it can bear is given 500 Newton. Our mass of the monkey is given this time what? 100. G minus what? A. Correct. Okay, this goes here. 5 is equal to what? G minus a. A becomes what? G minus 5. G is what? 10 minus 5 is what? 5 meter per second square. Right? Yes. Now he can deaccelerate. Okay, he can accelerate downward at this. This is the maximum value he can accelerate what? Downward. Okay, suppose now let's change this question. Suppose he is moving upward, so I have to change the question. Okay, and let me change complete question and write new question because these values will not be useful. Okay, so in this case first you have understood that like this mass, given according to that mass, he just can moves up and down with that constant velocity only. He should not accelerate downward, otherwise the rope will break. So he goes at 0 acceleration. Mass I wrote like 100 kg, then he can accelerate downward at this acceleration, right? Yes, till that the rope will not break. Now I say same question, suppose I am writing shortcut, rope can bear maximum load, okay, load of let's say 750 Newton. Okay, okay, a monkey of mass let's say how much? 50 kg again is accelerating upward. So I am talking now what? Upward. This I have discussed about what? Downward. What is the maximum acceleration he can climb without breaking the rope? Okay, we don't want to break the rope, so what should be his maximum acceleration? Okay, one thing you understood that he is accelerating upward, right? There is a monkey here and he is moving upward with acceleration, lift is accelerating upward. So again what is the answer comes here? Net force mg plus a. How that coming? Let's see once more. Mg is what? Downward. Force applied rope, let's call T or something upward, and acceleration what? Upward. So net force, he is moving upward, so this force is big. T minus mg is equal to what? Ma. So T or weight of this becomes simply mg plus ma, or T or weight, whatever we are calling this, g plus a. Do not confuse, simple. I am calling tension. Tension is simply equal to what? The load applied or force applied by this monkey. So I am call it weight of the monkey, apparent weight of the monkey, or tension. Don't worry about that. Okay, so T, the maximum tension or maximum load this rope can bear is what? Given 750. Okay, mass of monkey given over 50, g plus a. Correct. Okay, let's divide this. So when you goes here, this becomes what? 15 is equal to what? G plus what? A. So A should be what? 15 minus what? G. So A should be 15 minus 10, it means what? 5 meter per second square, right? So he can accelerate upward at this rate, right? Till that the rope will not break. If his acceleration is more than this, like he accelerated at 6 meter per second square upward, then this rope will break. Correct? Hope you understood all these monkey cases, and they are very, very important, right? Okay.